Hi there. I've been lucky enough to be a resident of central Massachusetts up until just 2 years ago in 2022, and because of that, I was fortunate enough to discover the Brimfield Antique Show, which is held 3 times a year in Brimfield, Massachusetts. I've been to Brimfield quite a few times now, and quite a few of the pieces in my cast iron collection have come from Brimfield because it's a wonderful place to do treasure hunting. 2 years ago, I moved from Massachusetts to New York, but I missed Brimfield. And so finally, after 2 years, I decided to take the 5-hour trip back to Massachusetts and go to Brimfield once again. And let's see what happens this year. I almost always find something interesting in the very first few minutes after arriving.
How much? 18. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there's 2 bucks for that. Right here. Yeah. I got, you know who I got a tag for that? Don't let it go to his head. Yeah. Thanks. I just looked up eye contact with them. Yeah, she found it before, yeah.
So there's one in here, there's one there, and I know there was another one.
This would be unmarked Wagner. This is definitely marked Wagner.
Sounded like one man. Yeah. 413.
Not sure if these are new or antique. They're definitely interesting. Wonder if this comes with the spider. Ooh, daddy long legs. I guess would be lodged.
The submarine in the trailer, so it's locked up.
Playing around, working in your car or something like that, and you put the radio on, and someone comes. I just think I mean, this obviously a little more space, but if you have like, you got a family. Yep. You can hear it.
You guys need help, brother? Question, you know?
I wanted one really bad.
The handle says Wagner. So does the price tag. Even on Friday, traffic is getting backed up. Interesting handle. Can't really see very much.
And this, if it's not southern. You know, man, I think it's still sugar cheese because it's formal and it's got a lot. So. $50 on the pot.
50.
Which is cauldron. Yeah, whatever.
Looks like large. Nice. Very thick. I would guess like 70s to 80s. I'm not quite sure. Hard to tell. This might be unusual handle on this one. Yeah. It's actually stuck on. It's interesting.
Conversation with me? Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because if it's with me,
Just careful.
yeah. I like to know that.
And it's large.
Where shall I begin?
Where shall you begin? Egg basket?
Unusual handle.
Yeah, Christmas
Yes,
tree
come on Friday. Yep.
show. I paid like $15 over nested.
Yeah.
I think I gave them like $2 auction or something. So these have all been antique and everything.
I can do 20 on the 2 boxes set.
Oh man. Sign of a Teflon pan. And from the looks of it, some of the Teflon might still be on it.
It's amazing the stuff he may have. You know,
You have any questions?
It depends. It comes up. So there's a big green screen. Our logo kind of comes up periodically. It cycles through. We run a couple of videos.
Griswold.
Oh, I see.
We made those. The other thing is too, we might be able to strip in.
Damn.
Figure out.
You'll find the utensils.
The other thing is.
I loved it, but
Nothing like 85. A lot of areas are,
And 3-notch lodge. There's a rack too. be like about 3 feet across.
Needed that. Still have a couple issues, but other than that, I'm just really.
Yeah, it was in nice shape, but I got enough projects in my life. Excuse.
Sorry, no offense. I just stepped.
It was in the.
I have the collectible stuff is over here, my friend. This is all the Griswold and what have you.
Well, depends on what you find collectible.
Contemporary is half the price of the collectible.
Oh, really?
Like, all those number 3s are $20 cans.
Interesting. Wire wheel. All right.
It's number 3.
It's a 3. Your eyes are not. Does it look like a 7?
Anyway, I would get $70.
Yeah. At the end of it.
Excellent condition.
Did you have any shoes for once?
No, not today. So these two are Griswold,
Yes.
but they're in the discount rack because the chrome doesn't sell as well as the black.
No, I mean the chrome damages easily, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Excellent condition, though.
Well, I buy them and I clean them up.
Yes.
So that's a $50 pay.
1970s to 1980s Birmingham stove and range. Just saying. And here are all the collectibles, namely the Griswolds and Wagners. Still, number 7 Griswold is pretty impressive. 7, 8, 9. No markings here. My guess would be might be another 9.
I just Kim asked what day I would play.
So there was a car left there, nobody knew who before that.
It's very specific. It's like 1/2 hour before sunrise to 1/2 hour before or after sunset.
It's a little teeny sign this freaking big.
Doesn't matter.
This big.
Doesn't
And
matter.
the words were like this big.
Doesn't matter. Ignorance is no excuse for law. That's what we're looking for.
He wanted video over the sign. He asked me if he could read English. Can you speak or read English? Yes.
She's 10 years. She's 10 years Air Force. She's a federal employee for life. She's police officer. Yeah. She works for the VA out of Providence, Rhode Island. She deals with a lot of people with the troops and everything that have their issues and they go to combat. Yeah. She sees a lot of problems, you know. She guards it. She guards it.
While I can't be certain, I think the way those handles are shaped and that very, very thick bail suggests this is a metal smelting pot. Excellent condition. I'd be sorely tempted if I was into vintage enamel.
What is this?
They're spotlights. And this sign looks familiar.
What? More of a China?
I think I ought to read the word.
I thought it was like it first when I heard the wheel. Yeah.
Say I'm tempted. I want to drop it. At this point, I had reached the food court at the center of Brimfield, and I decided to drive over to the other side of the show and cover the rest of it from there. And here comes the other half of the show. The environment seems to change after the central food court, and there's a lot more families selling big piles of junk here on this side, and that's why I did not want to miss this side of the show. Of course, my budget is gone at this point, so I am telling myself I'm only going to get money if I find the bargain of a lifetime. Of course, since this is the place where I bought my vintage 15-gallon cauldron, it could happen. At least I could tell from the handles that all this stuff is essentially worthless.
I think it's just full. I don't know if the lid is still on the back. Maybe if I do this.
Number 7 FBK. I think that's Lodge. And this guy just offered $10 for it. At this point, I'm glad I'm out of money. He also offered this one for $20, which is a more standard Lodge number 8. He said 20, even though the price tag is 30. Nice. Uh-oh. half price. That's actually not bad these days.
She had one just like that from when she was in elementary school. And we found a young man whose parents had no money. Oh, Bethany. That's got good. Bethany Fox. It's in Bethany. It's at the old, it's like at a band, it's not a band, it's at an old airfield in Bethany. Yeah, it's pretty good, right?
Yes, if you look, you definitely can find bargains at Brimfield. Bill and Lucas ruined Rieta. Okay, if you say so. And the sights just keep on coming. And this is what I mean by big piles of junk. Which of course means time to browse. Interesting design on the inside. Can't tell if that's a wire brush. Then after all of these, unmarked Wagner. These are question mark.
I see your feet.
And he's right, actually. It's a red mountain. All things considered, that might not be a bad price.
Where'd that breeze go? Been so nice all day.
Prices are negotiable if you find anything you want.
How much
Okay.
are these coasters?
$10 for the 4 of them.
Do you take cards?
She does. We can do Venmo.
Right. Do you give them back?
What's that?
Do you give the cards back?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna call my friend and ask her. Thank you.
Ugly hammer chicken fire.
That pan will give you a workout.
Nice. Oh yeah, no, I recognize this. This is an ugly hammered. Heavy and very reliable. This is some decent stuff. Why? Why not? Because I don't have any money left, that's why not.
The famous initial skillet, but the guy that I bought that from was proud that he sandblasted it.
Oh.
I've done the best I could to restore it.
Well, I appreciate your honesty.
I sell over 100 pans a year, so I gotta be.
You know, I mean, of course this is Brimfield, but the prices here, I'd have to say, are actually pretty reasonable. all things considered.
That's what most of my buyers tell me. But my prices don't matter whether I'm here or in Tennessee or North Carolina. That's, I price it by what I pay and how much work I got in it.
Well, if I had anything that I was really looking for, although it is kind of hard to find, it would be the lid to a Birmingham Stove & Rage camp oven.
I've got the fish fryer at the house, so I don't have a lid for it. I've seen a lot of people looking for those lids.
Well, this one would be for a camp oven.
Yeah, I know what, yeah.
But thank you. Nice.
I don't see much of that stuff up this way. I'm out of Pennsylvania, but you know, down in North Carolina and Tennessee, I see more of that.
Oh, no doubt. I think this is where I learned that mine is a John Wright. Nice. I appreciate you letting me film this.
Actually, I like them.
$285. It comes to $4 a ton. Okay. I used to take 5 with them, now it's $4 a ton.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it.
And it seems as if all the vendors are on this side of Brimfield this year. And with that, we are back to where we started with the second part. And that means we are done. And finally, the loot from the Brimfield Antique Show. And despite all of the temptation there, I really hope I did my best not to go overboard, even though I did end up spending all the money I had budgeted. Besides getting a hoodie that I will, of course, be wearing this winter. And I also picked up some Chinese mooncakes at an Asian market in Worcester because I like these things and it's that time of year for it. But I ended up getting 4 pieces of cast iron, the first of which I'm taking a chance on. This is a little number 3 size pan. It's completely covered in crud, as you can see. The handle suggests it might possibly be a Wagner or perhaps something else, although, again, it is completely covered in crud, and so I will find out when it is actually cleaned up. I hope I have better luck than the last 2 times I took a chance on an old cast iron pan this year. Not once, but twice, those 2 pans turned out to be fire damaged and beyond repair. On the other hand, this one I'm much more hopeful about. A Birmingham Stove and Range number 6 Century Series pan. I can just barely see the number 6, and the size is definitely much smaller than your typical number 8. And so this is a size in BSNR that I don't have until now. So yes, this is yet another one to add to my collection. Meanwhile, this Le Creuset skillet here had a $25 price tag, but the guy let me have it for $20 because I don't think the enamel on the inside is actually worn out and scratched, even though it does look it. Because if you look on the back, you can see there's a lot of buildup on the bottom here. This thing has obviously been used a lot, and I suspect there's a lot of buildup on the top as well. And so I'm thinking that if we simply strip all of that off, this should be a very usable Le Creuset enameled cast iron pan. And finally, yes, I did indeed succumb to the temptation and get that Griswold aluminum kettle, which it says here is a 5-quart kettle. So this is definitely going to be a water boiler once I get this thing restored, that is. It's in, it does indeed have some corrosion, although it's not exactly rust because this is aluminum. However, it's going to take some work to restore this thing, and this is definitely going to be a project for the immediate future. I've said this in every one of these Brimfield videos because I certainly mean it. No matter what your interests are, a trip to Brimfield is certainly worth it because you are guaranteed to find something that you will really enjoy and will certainly make the trip worth it. And if you're lucky, you may very well find something there that could very well be the best score you've ever made. Actually, hopefully not. But even so, it's really something you will never forget. Thank you for watching.